Hi friends, today I'm here with some new videos where I'm going to discuss some important thing which we must know before start learning to the WebDriver. As we know, WebDriver has too much demand in the market. So before learning anything, we must have the basic knowledge. So today in my video, I'm only go through the basic knowledge, and my next video is totally based on the WebDriver. So what our topic I'm going to discuss today is, first is automation tool. Second one is difference between programming language and scripting language. Then what is the difference between WebDriver and QTP and the Selenium community. Today these four topics I am going to discuss. So first topic is, what is automation? Automation is a process of converting any manual test case into test script, and here using automation tool. This is the very basic thing which we know, and this is a very basic definition that what is automation. So first thing is come into that, to convert the manual test case into test script using the automation tool is a automation testing. Okay, so we can use any language, either programming language or scripting language, to convert the manual test case into test script. Of course, we need some language, which language we are using. So we can use programming language and a scripting language both. PL stands for programming language and SP stands for scripting language. In my video I am using PL and SP, so don't get confused. This is programming language and this is scripting language. Okay, so what is the difference between programming language and scripting language? Difference between programming language and scripting language. So we are going through. First difference is programming language. What is programming language? Give me some examples so we can clearly identify the difference in our mind, and it's a very clear picture. So programming language is like C, C++, Java. These all are programming language. What is scripting language? Tell me. VB, Python, Ruby, Perl. These are scripting language. Okay, now this is the end. So with this you can easily differentiate that what is the programming language and what is the scripting language. Okay, now programming language is used to develop an application. In college days, we do the project in 4th year using some language. So normally we are using these things. And scripting language is used to validate the application. Okay, programming language is a server-side validation, whereas scripting language is client-side validation. Of course, with the first line you can conclude the second thing. It is used to develop an application. So of course it's a server side validation, and it is used to validate the application. So of course that means it's a client side validation. Now the important thing, programming language is compiler in nature, means compiler, interpreter, compiler execute at a time and interpreter one by one. So difference between compiler and interpreter, so here I'm using the exact technical word that this is compiler in nature and this is interpreter in nature. Scripting language is interpreter in nature. In programming language, we have to follow the syntax that in C or Java, if you are not following the syntax, so it throws an error. You have to follow the syntax, like public static void. You have some rules and regulation is there, and we have to follow, and by following the rule only we are developing an application. Okay. But in scripting language, you need to follow the syntax. Based on WebDriver, my next video I am going to describe only WebDriver. So just for a note, I tell you that WebDriver supports both programming language as well as scripting language. Okay. Then one important thing I want to tell you, you can make note in your copy whatever I am writing these things. So while going through the interview, just go through it and all these points keep in your mind, because it's very important and very basic thing. So this is completed the difference between automation tool complete, difference between programming language and scripting language also complete. Now the difference between WebDriver and QTP. Okay, before going, from where this WebDriver and QTP came into the picture. So this is the automation tool structure. There are two types of automation tool. One is functional and one is non-functional. Okay. So functional, again it subdivided into two parts. One is commercial, one is open source. Commercial means you have to pay and then you can use, like license. And this open source you can download from Google. It is free. You can use. No need to pay any money. But non-functional also, there are two subcategory, commercial and open source. Okay. For commercial, first is QTP, developed by using VB. Open source, WebDriver. Okay. Here non-functional, commercial is load runner and open source is JMeter. Now there are different types. I mentioned all the parts, but I'm going to discuss the difference between QTP and WebDriver. So first difference, you can easily identify that QTP is a commercial and WebDriver is a open source tool. This is very important and very important point that you know using this structure. Okay. So my difference between WebDriver and QTP. Okay, so WebDriver, I will write only WebDriver. Please understand this shortcut form. And QTP, it's already shortcut form, so no need to make it any shortcut for this one. Okay. Now first point, QTP, as I told you, is the commercial, but WebDriver open source. First difference. Second difference, QTP supports only on the basis of suppose QTP supports supports only Windows OS. Don't get confused. I will write here Control X, Control P. First point is related to QTP. Second point is related to WebDriver. So QTP is commercial, WebDriver is open source. QTP supports only Windows OS, whereas WebDriver supports Windows OS as well as Mac OS also. Okay. QTP does not support mobile OS, but WebDriver supports mobile OS. It supports Firefox, IE, Chrome, but WebDriver supports all browser. One, language supports. It supports, as I already identify that it's developed on VB, QTP, but this WebDriver you can write in Java, Ruby, C#, PHP, Perl. As I told you now that WebDriver supports both programming language as well as scripting language. Now WebDriver only supports web application. It supports standalone application. Okay. It supports the standalone application and it supports web application. This is the difference between QTP and WebDriver. Now you know what is standalone application and what is web application. I will discuss this thing also because this thing you have to know. There are three types of application. Okay. First one, standalone application. Second one, web application. And the third one, mobile apps. Okay, so standalone application, any application which is installed in client machine and it can be accessed without browser and URL. For example, calculator, Microsoft Word. These are example of standalone application. Like if I am using calculator, this is a standalone application. Okay, it is installed in client machine. Suppose my system, it is installed in my system, so it is client machine, and it is example of a standalone application. Now, what is web application? Any application can be accessed using browser or URL. It's called web application. Like we are opening this thing. Here I am going to write Facebook. So this is the URL. If I am going to use Amazon. So there is one URL which navigate to this application. So this application is called web application. And now mobile application, any application available on the mobile is called mobile application. You know mobile, as we are very friendly to the mobile application nowadays, because we are using mobile, I think 24/7. So mobile application is also divided into 3 categories. Okay, what are all the 3 categories? Mobile application divided into 3 categories. First one is native application. Native application, any application comes along with the mobile is called native application. For example, the basic feature is camera for mobile, contacts, these are called native application. Now second application is hybrid application. Hybrid application, any application which is available in Play Store, like Ludo. Ludo is available in Play Store, and I open my Play Store and download the Ludo. So this is hybrid application. While I purchased at mobile, Ludo is not there, but I can download it into my mobile using the Play Store. That type of application is called hybrid application. But camera, contacts, this application already installed in my mobile, so these are native application. Now third one is web application. Any application which opens through mobile browser is called web application. Okay, so I already also discussed the types of application. Okay, standalone and web application, QTP supports only standalone application, and WebDriver supports only web application. Okay, now my third topic is Selenium community. Selenium community we are going to discuss. QTP supports both web application as well as standalone application, but the WebDriver supports only web application. Now Selenium community. Here is Selenium RC. Okay, this is Selenium community, this is Selenium RC, this is Selenium Grid, this is Selenium IDE, and this is WebDriver. In my previous video, I go through the theory and practical both regarding Selenium IDE. Okay. Now my upcoming video is based on WebDriver. So today I am going to complete Selenium RC also, just the basic thing. That we have some knowledge that what is Selenium RC. I am not going to in depth. Selenium RC, it is a collection of JavaScript libraries. It's just a folder. It does not contain UI or record playback tool like the Selenium IDE. Okay, it is the first automation tool in the market developed. It is released in 2004. Supports multiple browser like it supports IE, Firefox, Chrome, etc. Okay, it supports multiple OS also like Windows. It supports Linux, supports Mac, and supports multiple language also like Java, C#, Python. See, so this is a Selenium community. So these topics already I completed. In my next upcoming video, I am going to discuss the WebDriver. Okay. So thank you. अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो, so please subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much.